Hi guys, welcome back to another women's tips video for 2025. This is the round 12 tips. One more before the finals. 7 out of 9 the previous. Let's start. Hawks and Kangas. It's a top 2 clash. Well, I'm not really sure what to say about Hawks, as, you know, they beat at Essendon last week, and North got 6-7 to 21 against the Saints. Yeah, it's first v second. Anyway, I think for this first game, we're tipping North by 6 points. And now the Eagles and the Blues. The Eagles were beaten by the Swans. The Swans are still alive, but we'll touch on Sydney soon. Carlton beat the Giants, and yep, that's all I got to say for this game. So anyway, for this game, I'm going to be tipping the Eagles by 25 points to lock in a final spot. So let's move on now to the Giants and the Power. Porter 11th, beating another top 8 club, this time being the Crows, by just 7 points. And the Giants just keep on losing to the Blues. I think it was like 46 points, and yep. But anyway, gonna tip Port for this by 30 points. I don't think they might make finals, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, moving on. Richmond and Gold Coast. Bottom 2 clash. So the Tigers being defeated by the Dockers, and the Suns lost to the Pies by 15 points. Wow. Who's better between these two? If I had to pick one of them, I'm gonna have to choose Richmond for this, since Gold Coast are just complete rubbish this season. So we're gonna tip Richmond for this by 15 points to make them finish 16th. Maybe 15, who knows. So now we're up to Sydney and Essendon. The Swans are still alive. They beat the Eagles after losing to the D's previously. And for Essendon, they haven't won since round 3, but yeah, they lost to Hawthorn, 30 points, you know, yeah. Obviously Sydney's better, so we're going to tip Sydney to make the finals by 44 points. And our final Saturday game is the Cats and the D's. Melbourne were leading it by 1 point against the Lions, but unfortunately it was a 9-point defeat to knock us out of the top 2. And yep. Geelong on the other hand, the Cats won, but yeah, Melbourne's better. Anyway, so we're going to tip the D's to lock in a top 2 spot by 18 points. And that just about wraps up the Saturday game. Now we have the last 3 games of the home and away season in the women's. Starting off with Collingwood and Brisbane. The Pies beat the bottom spot Suns by 15 points. And the Lions have beaten the D's by just 9 points. We're just continuing on. And yep. But we're gonna tip Brisbane for this anyway. By, I'd say 38 points. Now the Saints and the Dogs. What is there to talk about this game? I think the Dogs lost to the Cats. Yep. And the Saints lost to the ladder leaders Kangaroos 67-21. Yep. But anyway, I'm gonna tip the Saints for this by 4 points. And our final game of the women's home and away season is the Crows and the Dockers. Crows are trying to stay in the 8. Dockers are trying to make finals. The Dockers won against the Tigers. We know that. And Crows lost again. First lost to North, now Port. Oh my god. But for this final game of the home and away women's season, I'm going to tip Fremantle for this game by a point. And yep, to eliminate the Crows from the finals. So these are our tips. So the tips comp is closing soon, so it's your last chance to join. You can just copy the link, but yeah, whatever. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe for more AFLW tips videos.